Okay, so I just finished The Mandalorian, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed this first season. I thought it was very well put together, and I thought the storyline was fantastic. And on top of that, we got some new characters, and it appears they're gonna be leading us to the Yoda species. And man, I find that very fascinating, because we've never known anything. Now, is that a good idea? I don't know. It might be good to not know anything about Yoda species, right? I mean, we've had that since the 70s or the 80s, whenever Empire Strikes Back come out, and we don't know anything about it. And I find it intriguing that now all of a sudden we're going to learn about it. And they could drag this series on for 15 years and we still don't know anything about the Yoda species. So, I'm looking forward to it. They've sucked me in, and I'm ready for season 2. And even though I know they're not going to tell us anything about the Yoda species in season 2, they might throw some hints here and there, but they've got to drag that out long, because I think that is the biggest selling point of this series, is that we're eventually could, maybe would find out information about Baby Yoda. So, let me go back and talk about the season and what I liked about it. I felt like that I was a kid again watching Star Wars. Yeah, there were some lull times in each episode, but I felt like we kind of needed that. That was the time when Luke was in learning about his father with Obi-Wan. In A New Hope, that was kind of a lull where we learned some information and they kind of direct us down the wrong path at that time. And if you think about The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke first gets to the Dagobah system and gets to Dagobah, it's kind of slow, him looking for the Yoda the Master. And Return of the Jedi, there was some lull in there after, they took down Jabba the Hutt. And I don't know, I felt like each episode had its own little flair, and it kept me wanting more. Now, around episode 6, I'm thinking, I might start needing a little more information, and it felt like maybe they weren't quite giving us enough there in episode 6 and 7, but we were kind of learning some stuff. We were actually off of a planet, we were in a jail base, and I don't know, I was just like, well, this is good, and it's got some action in it, and he's, he still shows that he is okay killing people, and, I just find it fascinating, and I liked them episodes, but it felt like there was something missing, but by the time we got to episodes 7 and 8, I was wanting more, and they gave us more, and it was fantastic. So with that said, Baby Yoda took over the internet. I know they're calling it the child, but the internet, to me, they're a little late. They should have called him the child when he first appeared. And, it's their fault. He will go down in history as Baby Yoda from here on out. I guarantee you, no matter how many times they try to say the child or put it on toys, he's always going to be Baby Yoda. The internet has already got millions of memes about Baby Yoda. So he's Baby Yoda. But how about that? In episode 8, where Carl Weathers, I guess his name is, Apollo Creed, I'm showing my age there, when he lifts up the 3 fingers and wiggles it and says, hey, we do the little hands or whatever. Oh my God, that was the most funniest thing out of the entire series, I think. I thought that was hilarious. Now, of course, the internet went crazy when the Mandalorian took the little knob from him and then gave it back to him, and, he cocks the head, whatever he does. So those were fantastic times, and, Baby Yoda kept getting out of his little pod to try to heal the Mandalorian in episodes, end of 1 maybe, or was that 2? Not really sure. The end of 8, the Mandalorian princess that's giving him the Clan of Two mark was fantastic. That's now going to show up on tattoos, I guarantee you, between husband and wives, which is a great idea. You know, it shows, togetherness and love. And now he has to go out and protect this baby Yoda and find its home. Oh man, is the concept amazing. It is so good. And if people are complaining about this, which they are, you know what? They can't be made to be happy. They're just miserable people as far as I'm concerned, because I felt Disney did a fantastic job with this. And I can't get over how much this reminds me of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. It is just, unbelievable. And I cannot wait for season 2. It's sucked me right in. And, I waited a few days before I watched the episode 8, because I wasn't looking forward to it to end. And, man, wow. I'm just so excited about season 2, and I can't wait. And, wow, I don't know what else to say. It's not perfect, but it makes me feel like a child again. It makes me feel like I'm watching the originals. It feels so much like Star Wars, and that really keeps me interested. The new characters, I know Krell, Keel, whatever his name was, he died. I'm not really sure he would have helped the story along, especially if he would have stayed on the planet like the other two, Carl Weathers and Cara Dune, which her character is fantastic. But, I kind of wanted her to go with the Mandalorian, his mother, father, baby, traveling the universe. I mean, that would have been great. Of course, with the droid too, and Carl Weathers, I think, all of them traveling together would have been a good second season. But, I'm not one to sit back and say, well, I would have done it different, because you know what? They don't pay me to do that. And they don't pay all these other morons that are out saying, oh, this is terrible, and this director did this, and oh my God, give me a break. That's why you're not in there directing, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and they're not paying you to do that. All these, just because you got a Twitter account or a YouTube channel doesn't make you an expert. Now, with that said, now that I'm done with my rant, I would like to say that I gave it 8 out of 10. I thought this was fantastic. 4.5 stars. Chalk it up however you want to chalk it up. I thought it was fantastic. So, looking forward to season 2. Thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. It really means a lot to me. And thank y'all for helping me build my channel. And yes, I did see The Rise of Skywalker, and I thought it was a perfect ending. And I learned something. I've always known this, but critics are idiots. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they surely don't know what I'm looking for, because The Rise of Skywalker was a perfect ending movie, and the graphics and the cinematography and the acting, everything I thought was on par. It was perfect, because that's the way they wanted to end the saga, so I support them 100%. And I cannot wait for this thing to come out digitally so I can watch it over and over and over again. To me, it's one of those movies that can be watched over and over again, and you're going to pick something up every time. So with that said, look for my next video, which will be probably on The Rise of Skywalker. And thanks again. Like and subscribe. Hit that ring bell. The ring bell. Hit that bell so that you get an email every time I post a video. Thanks for following, and have a good one. See ya. Goodbye. The Mandalorian. Awesome.